Welcome, Afterbuzzers. On today's After Show for Luke Cage, we talk Mariah's prison stint, Tilda's revenge, and Luke becomes king. Stay tuned for more.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, Afterbuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Welcome, Luke Cage fans. We got this last episode, and we were just jamming to a little Marley.
Yeah.
Man, Redemption song seems a little appropriate in some ways.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so some different character arcs we saw kind of really come full circle, huh? Guys, as you know, my name is Shaka Smith, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host.
Hey guys, how you guys doing, Sayrie? I didn't know which camera was on.
One of them, any camera.
Yeah.
And Xia here.
And we're down Evan. Evan couldn't make it tonight, but he's with us in spirit, and he's very excited for the end of Luke Cage because this was an explosive episode. As a reminder to you guys that we do have some news later, and we got some did you see it coming later, so we'll have to talk about some of these surprises we saw in this last episode. What were your overall thoughts?
Yeah, a total twist that came up at the end.
Yeah, this was a great episode. I think that they did a great job of tying everything in the episode all together, but then also giving us something to look forward to for the next season.
Yeah,
they did a great job of doing that at the end there.
Except I'm just like Alfred Woodard. I'm so upset that she's not going to be a problem. Like, can they bring her back somehow?
Yeah.
I don't know if the comic does she come back. I don't know.
She's gonna probably come back as one of those spirits. The spirits, like Luke Cage is gonna try to do something good, and she's like, "No, leave it dirty," or something like that. You know?
She has been like batting 11 out of 10 for each and every episode. She never disappoints, and this episode was just as good. So we start off with Mariah's in prison, and you think she might have a little defeat in her, but no. She's got a lot of fight. What do you guys think about just her willingness to fight, to stand up in court and say, no, Harlem needs me. That's why I should be let out.
Yeah. She's a real mob boss.
Yeah.
I mean, anytime you can run the world or run Harlem at least from prison, shows she has some reach.
Yeah.
She's getting people, killed from inside of a prison.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and she also, it did not take her very long to become queen, boss in the prison as well.
Yeah.
She, immediately was like, no, we're not going to do this.
Yeah, she's so good at sort of like being down and then immediately.
Yeah.
Yes.
They always say like Venus and Serena are so good on the run when they're playing tennis, from going from defense to offense, and Mariah is just as good.
She looks so vulnerable. She just seemed like an easy target. Then all of a sudden, she has a shiv out of like a toothbrush.
Oh, yeah, and she got
something.
a hold of it real easy. She's like, let me see that. I want to carve my name into her.
Smart.
Yeah.
She's always
Very.
abusing people's trust, and
Yes.
no change in prison, right? So I thought it'd be interesting if we kind of go down Mariah's list of visitors and kind of go through them. We start off with Ben Donovan, and I love this because the legal maneuvering. Mariah said, "Wait, we have a jury." And I'm the queen of Harlem. So if I get just one Harlemite on that jury, I'm going to walk.
Yeah.
What do you guys think of that?
Honestly, I guess it's possible within the community, but I feel like she's had so much, I guess you could say, bad press lately.
Yeah.
And publicity, that I'm not sure that angle would work anymore.
I don't know, because she did keep the peace when she was kind of the head of it all. And, she's kind of like, I didn't snitch. So she's kind of got that sort of like street credibility in the community.
I think she could have swayed it, possibly just from her cockiness of saying that she runs Harlem, because she's also being seen at museums and, doing things to give back to the community. And it's kind of like she's also kind of saying that she's also the person that keeps the crime down. Yeah. Because as you can see, when she's in prison, like everything goes 75%. Crazy.
Right.
That's ridiculous. That's like Trump numbers.
I was like, maybe y'all should let her out.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Well, technically not technically, but normally that's what would happen. If one gang goes away, then it's just a work
vacuum.
For the rest of the gangs to try to kind of take control of that area, which they showed. The Italians won in, then there's the Russians.
Yeah.
It's
I don't understand how they went up 75% though.
Yeah, I mean, that's a steep amount.
Yes, that's a lot.
But I think they really wanted to underscore that, like, she was keeping the peace.
Yeah, I guess they wanted to really show.
Yeah. It was like the purge, what is this, 75%?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. That is a lot.
That's high.
And then we got Shades and Mariah, and I loved the meeting. I'm rooting for them still. Somehow, I'm still rooting for Shades and Mariah.
I finally think it's real. Yeah. At first, I was like, I don't think he's really into her. But after he came and he said, I still love you, oh my God, that's passion.
Yeah.
That's definitely crimes of passion.
I mean, I find it interesting that he went to go see her even after snitching on her and still was able to look into her eyes because especially according to Shades, that's like the worst crime that you can commit, in the streets is snitching. Yeah. And he did it and still went to go see her, which I find odd.
But Shades is all about, look, everyone's broken the rules now. So it's sort of like, you broke the rules, you're killing these innocent people, I broke the rules, so I guess he might see them on equal footing.
Yeah, so maybe that's true. And also, Sebras in the chat says Mariah also planned it, right? She partially caused the crime bump. And I actually have to agree with him, because I thought that in the episode.
She had kind of sent people out and said,
like, if this happens, go nuts.
Yeah.
So good catch.
She always has like her little backup plan ready to go.
Yeah.
And she even she called Shades out for the whole Shay relationship. Did you guys like his response, like that emotional, like?
Yeah.
I think, like I said, I think he really loves her. I mean, definitely loves her. The fact that he's basically saying, I'm stopping you from yourself and I'm going to kill you basically because I can't, not kill you, but I have to see you away from me because it hurts me too much to be around you. Like, I can understand that type of love. Like, that's intense.
And I think I like the way they kind of played Shades' relationship with another male character, because I never saw Shades as like a gay character or a bisexual character. I just saw him as Shades, and at the end of it, I was like, wait, this guy was like actually this bisexual guy, and she had to try to figure this out, but they never really made light of it. It was just sort of like everyday life.
I didn't see that coming at all.
Yeah, I think they did so well.
Yeah, I had different assumptions. I thought maybe he was possibly jealous because he wants to be with Mariah. Yeah. Kamachi, but no, I didn't see that they were together. Yeah. I didn't see that at all.
And so I think they did it really well, where they made it an issue but non-issue, So I thought that was to be commended.
Crazy, she knew about it. She was like every woman knows where her man has been. I was like, woo.
Yeah.
Well, and also she was married to, let's not forget, she was married to a gay man for how many years? So she knew the signs. Yeah. She saw what was happening.
And actually, just the fact that you bring that up, it's really interesting, because there was a gay guy that she was married to that who ultimately had, who ultimately was gay.
Yeah, he used her for a cover.
But then you have Shades, who's sort of likes guys, but really is actually very much in love with her. I think they actually showed quite a spectrum. I didn't even realize it kind of had
levels. He's like, I love him, but I'm with you, but I chose you. So I was like, ooh, that's deep. That's deep.
Smartly done, Luke. Yeah. And then, of course, we have Tilda coming to visit Mariah.
Oh, Tilda.
The kiss of death, man.
I can tell you, for me, it was important to hear Mariah have some sort of softness as a mother. Even if she was lying, I was like, at least you said these words, I feel better about it.
Yeah. It definitely was a little bit better that she said, I know I'm supposed to love you, but I don't know how, as opposed to previously when she said, I know I'm supposed to love you, but I don't.
Yeah. It's like, what about the no?
Tack
that on at the end.
But that definitely solidified the way that Tilda felt about her.
Yeah.
And that was, something that I was expecting, obviously. Yeah. But...
My question is, does Tilda love her mom at this point?
I don't think so.
Well, I think asked and answered, right?
Yeah. I don't think so.
They're doing crazy things to each other, but still love each other. But I wonder if Tilda, she's like, no, I'm not. I'm not feeling it.
No, you can tell, I think, Tilda absolutely cut the cord emotionally, especially when she kind of confronted her about the Cornell's killing.
Yeah.
So
and she loved Cornell.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest thing there for her.
But she could have saved him. You guys weren't thinking that when he came, like, to save him? I was thinking, just hide him. You're safe place. Hide him. But she let him die, pretty much. I feel like she's guilty.
Oh, you mean his her assistant?
Wait.
So we're talking about Cornell.
Cornell, who Mariah killed at the end of season 1. Okay.
Yeah.
But yes,
the cousin, her favorite cousin.
That part bothered me. When the assistant came in and she didn't let him stay, I was like, come on, man, he's a good kid. I was sad to see him die. That was
like,
a bummer.
fend for yourself. And I was like, no, let him hide in the back room. She's hidden people in that back room before. Yeah. So it was, whatever. And I think she should have saved him.
And I knew that when Tilda kissed Mariah, that was the kiss of death. I knew that was, you could see that, right?
Well, in Spanish it said besa. Besa means kiss.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, kiss. I wasn't sure of death, but I knew the besa. I was like, that's definitely a kiss of death.
I mean, as soon as she went in and kissed her, I was like, Game of Thrones, ding, ding, ding. Yeah. She's going to die.
And I thought Mariah knew, because Mariah said, you call me mother. I thought Mariah was going to be like, rush me to the hospital now.
Yeah.
But
I think she let it happen. I think she kind of knew it, and she was like, well, let me call my lawyer in. I felt as though she knew she was about to die.
Well, yeah, because she wrote up the will after that happened, so she must have known.
She knew.
She just kind of accepted it.
Because she never kissed her before, I'm sure.
Because the way she said, and she called me mother instead of mommy, that she just was like, that was a break for her. So maybe you think Mariah was ready to let it go?
She knew, because right after that, she calls in her lawyer.
Yeah.
And she basically signs everything over to Luke Cage.
Yeah.
So, yeah, at that point,
I think she knew and decided, you know what, I've had enough.
Yeah.
This is the best way to go out. And if anyone's going to kill me, it's my daughter. So
because she couldn't run Harlem, I think, the way she wanted in jail. So she put it in the next person's hand. Because I think Mariah loves anything above anything else is Harlem.
Yeah.
So for Harlem to continue, she just gave it to Luke Cage and let him do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was sort of, we talk about redemption song. That was like Mariah's redemption, because at the end of the day, she was doing something that was in the best interest of someone other than herself.
True.
Yeah. Did you feel that level of redemption?
Yeah, she's done a lot of bad things.
She's done too much bad. Yeah.
Maybe she got one less black dot on her heart.
I was a little sad when she died. I was a little sad.
I was happy. I was like, yes, finally. But that's what I mean. She does such a great job of being such a hateable character that when you, just for me anyway, because just, I don't know what it is. Anytime someone is super like snotty, that snotty attitude, I'm like, oh, I hate you so much.
Kill him. No.
Yeah. So at the end, yes. So at the end, I was like, awesome.
Oh no, I was so sad, because you know what? For me, I think it's just Alfred Woodard. I believe her in everything she does and says. So she, like, unlike Donald Trump, she can contradict herself. And I just believe her. You know, just like when she goes from being like crazy mob boss, and you're like, I don't like you as a character, and the minute she gets a little sentimentality, I'm like, oh, maybe she does love Kobe. She really does. Like, I believe it. Yeah.
Back and forth. You're like, oh, okay, not so bad.
Yeah, and I did like that. I guess Luke was kind of showing a little bit compassion by staying with her, but he still was pretty cold.
He was still pretty cold when he told her, I hope it hurts.
Yeah, then he kind of went back to that, but I'll stay with you. So it was sort of like...
Luke is turning a little nasty. I definitely think he's turning dark a little bit.
Yeah. That was weird that they paired those two lines together, because it was like he was showing compassion.
Yeah.
And then... But at the same time, he's
I thought that was an odd contrast as well.
Yeah, that was like right after each other.
Yeah.
But he stayed, though. He didn't let her die alone. So yeah, Luke is turning dark, in my opinion. That's crazy.
He's going
Yeah. He's almost like, I think Mariah really came, because she didn't seem like she would end up being this character that she is. And I think we're going to see something similar with Luke. And then, of course, Luke visiting Mariah, having that closure. Do you think that was closure for Luke?
Partly. I think he saved her so many times. It's only fitting for him to be there when she dies. Yeah. He's been there so many times when she's near death.
Did they create each other, as Mariah believes?
I think that Luke would have found a way to be the hero no matter what.
Yeah.
I think she might have sent him on the path he is in now, obviously. But I mean, look, in the comics, he's a hero for hire, because he'll be your hero if you pay him.
Yeah.
Which, so in this, it's a little bit of a contrast, as in he just wants to do good by the community. So I think if they were going to take that route, he, no matter what, was going to do that, no matter who the villain was. I think Mariah might have, you know what? No, I think Luke always had that in him. I think that if that, no, I just think that, issues, that if he was going to turn, he was going to turn. I think whether it was Mariah or somebody else, because of all the hardships he's been through, it's finally really starting to weigh on him. He lost Claire. He's losing people in his life that he loves. So, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll have to talk a little bit more about Luke's dark turn. But before that, we've got other superheroes and things you guys might want to check out on our AfterBuzz channels.
Yeah. Hey there, AfterBuzz.
Sorry.
Hey there, AfterBuzzers. Hey there, AfterBuzzers. Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality show, sci-fi, and more. There's no network that works harder to serve television fans, but we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be, because they are absolutely optional. So hit that subscribe button now for this channel, and check out other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Let us know what you think in the comments, and we'll say thank you on the air. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes, we appreciate it. We see you guys in the chat, and we're so glad you're joining us. Edie, Disney, Ivan, you guys are awesome. And then now we just got to get back into a little bit of Luke's turn and what we see him becoming slowly. His demeanor's changed. You notice that right away when he's talking to Rosalie Carbone. Things are different now with Luke.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about how he's changing? Is this a permanent change? Is this the path he's on?
No, personally, I think that this is just a rough patch that he's going to go through. And I think somebody said in the chat here, if I can find it, Seb Russ, it seems like we'll see Luke becoming the villain during season 3, at least for the first half. And I have to agree. I don't know necessarily the villain, but he's going to go through a rough patch. And you could see at the end of this episode that him and Misty kind of come to a little bit of an understanding that she's going to stop him if he gets out of line.
Yeah.
And he says, I hope you do. I think that's going to be a big thing, having those people in his life still. But I think, he's going to go through a rough patch and then ultimately come out the other side and, be the hero that we know again.
Yeah. I mean, does this deal he's brokered make him a villain already?
No. I don't think so. I think that he thinks he's doing what he thinks is right. Yeah. Like the best way that he can navigate this. He's like, I'm just trying to keep the peace in the streets.
Wait, but his instinct for what was right was to burn it down.
True.
So somewhere he must believe that like this is not the first right thing he should be doing. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. At first, before he takes over the club, Luke Cage is broke.
Yeah.
He's not getting any nookie. And people are dying left and right. That can make anybody on edge. That will make somebody watch someone die and say, I hope it hurts. You know what I mean? Like, that's some odd behavior. But going forward, he's going to have money now. He's going to have power. And he's going to have a lot of a good position, basically. So I'm wondering, he's going to be a vigilante for sure. I know that for sure.
But they say absolute power corrupts absolutely. And literally, he's physically absolutely powerful. And then now he's got the money and the resources.
And he's a baller now.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think but he still has this good thing inside of him. And you know what I mean?
He put the gangsters in VIP. He says, send them on
Sit
down.
down, son.
Send them on down.
It feels good to him. Like, it fits him like the suit he's wearing. It fits him pretty well. And we'll see.
Do we care that Claire seems to be like a non-issue? He says, send her away.
That was shocking to me.
Yeah,
that was shocking to me. He's like, just tell her to go away. And I think that's because she's going to judge him so much. It's going to get in his head, I feel, and like it's not going to let him be himself.
Yeah.
He may end up feeling bad for being in the position. He's embarrassed, I think.
Yeah.
Ooh, here's a question from Ivan, and I'm curious too. Was there a time jump from when Luke said burn the paradise and when we saw him in the suit in there? I was wondering that too, because first he said burn it to the ground, and then all of a sudden he was sitting there. I'm wondering how much time had gone by.
I felt like it was a day.
It was just a day. It was just like a quick thing.
Yeah, I feel like it was like the next day or so. Maybe a week max.
Yeah, someone probably said, you can't burn it down.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also Eddie, I think it was Eddie also that said that. Okay, that he threw out because he knew that Claire wasn't about that life anymore. Yeah. And I think that in a way he wants to protect her. And I wonder if this is also going to make way for him with Jessica Jones. Because in the comics, they get married and have a baby.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know if they're going to go that route because they do things differently. But I'm curious to see if they'll do that.
Well, that seems like a pretty big,
It's a big
main
thing.
point. So I think they'll probably stick to at least having a relationship of some sort.
I hope I didn't ruin
Maybe
this for everyone. Sorry, guys.
Maybe like a crossover episode, like Defenders or something when it's everyone, but her jumping into the cast, I think that could be sticky.
Yeah.
Her joining Luke Cage cast.
Well, maybe for a couple episodes or something,
Yeah, I don't know if they're... Yeah, exactly, because that's the thing. Are they going to keep all of them separate, or are they going to start intertwining them into, like... in the comics, there's so many. Yeah. There's ones that I haven't. There's tons that I haven't read.
As an actor, it's like a nice job to just be able to play all day.
You're always getting checks in the mail.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, so even with the Rosalie Carbone situation and Luke kind of handling that and getting everything squared away, were you surprised at the level of violence he was starting to exhibit now?
Luke Cage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He still hasn't killed anyone.
He hasn't killed anyone. True. But no, it's just interesting to see because it's such a departure from his usual character.
And I was kind of rooting to see that earlier on. And then I love the guys are still shooting, and then Luke gives that little throwaway of, people want to see if it's real. Because at this point, I'm annoyed that people keep shooting at him. I'm just like, well, I want to see next season people have at least really innovative ways to attempt to kill him.
Like,
I'm just like, the bullets are going to bounce off at this point, right?
But when you do it, though, wouldn't your natural instinct be to shoot?
Not once I've seen it on video. People are saying these videos on the corner. Once I've seen it with my own eyes, I'm gonna run.
It's funny because he does address it too. He's like, everyone wants to see if the rumors are true, but you're right. It's happened enough times that you guys, we know the rumors are true. You can stop now.
It's just like, so I really hope that's something they fix next season. That people are trying to kill him in just really different, creative ways.
They should get like one of those gas guns. When you shoot the gas out and just maybe do it like that way. He can still breathe.
He can still breathe. Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah,
that's coming up.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, that's smarter.
Get you in the
Yeah, let me get in the writer's room for Luke Cage, see how to take him down,
And we do have to talk about, of course, Bushmaster. I love the way they ended his story.
I do too.
Yeah, he ends up almost being a really sympathetic character.
Yes.
Right?
Oh, I was rooting for him by the end. Yeah. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. I felt bad for him though. I feel like he didn't get his justice. Yeah. He still has not killed anyone that represent the people that caused him pain in the past.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like
but Mariah does die in prison.
But not by his hands. I'd imagine him kind of choking her a little bit and saying, you know what I mean? Like he needed that moment.
Yeah.
He needed, and since he didn't kill her in the beginning, she went on to kill more of his loved ones.
Yeah.
So I feel like, they cheated him.
Yeah.
He should at least been in the prison window, just like looking in. It was like, there you go, Luke.
He's
something.
alive. He's alive.
No, come on. He didn't get his revenge, I don't think.
Yeah, I thought it was just beautifully done. Just the way that they were able to make you go from like reviling this person to just wait a minute, I think I'm on his side.
Yeah, they did do a great job with that. Yeah.
Hands down. By episode 10, I was like, she's got to go.
Yes. When they do that flashback and they show that she was even there during all of that. She might not have known what was going on, but boy, did she treat him like crap.
True. Yeah, it was like
she was snotty.
She was born with this sort of attitude, right?
Yes.
Absolutely crazy. But we're actually going to get into a little bit of news, and then we're going to do a little bit of Did You See It Coming? So we do have some news.
TV news.
Yeah, the father, Reggie Cathy, passed away February 9th from lung cancer. I'm not sure if you guys out there knew that. So that should be definitely interesting what's going to happen in season 3, seeing as the father was such an such an important character in season 2. I don't know about impotency.
Could have been. We don't know.
So I don't know. But he passed away, and he was shooting season 2 sick, and he pushed through.
Amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice little tribute they had to him at the end of it, so I thought that was pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we will go into our Did You See It Coming? And I gotta say, did you see it coming? Tilda killing Mariah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I did. Nice, Tony.
You saw it? Is it in the comics?
He's like, what do I have? What do I have?
Tilda,
sound effect.
See, I'm being bad, but yes, Tilda is a very important character later on in the story.
Did she kill Mariah in the comics?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to remember. This
so
is so bad.
So you didn't know if she was...
I wasn't. See, I don't remember. I need to reread some stuff. Sorry. I'm messing things up. But especially just within the season.
Yeah.
You slowly watching her turn, and then watching her help Bushmaster, and watching her disdain for her mother, and after her calling her a monster. Honestly, since that scene, I kind of saw something like that coming.
Yeah. Did you see it coming?
Yes. I think her final straw was when her friend died. I saw her being the one that was going to settle the bets, because she had the fact that she wasn't on the hit list and she knew she was untouchable. She had to do it because no one else, Mariah wouldn't let anyone just come that close to her. Yeah. She had the perfect position, and I felt like she's on her little high horse. When she started getting with Bushmaster and helping him out, and he was the one who tried to cook her like a chicken in episode whatever that was, I was like, yeah, this girl is having mom issues. Like, she's gonna definitely go for it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. I mean, I personally did not see that, because until it was happening, then I'm like, oh, she's gonna be this sort of character. Yeah. Like, she's really gonna take Mariah's mantle. And we get that little juxtaposition where she says, oh, the last Stokes died. But it seems like every Stokes doesn't want to claim Stokes and tries to cloak themselves under a different name. So I thought that was really interesting. It was sort of like just mirroring her mom as she goes along.
That Stokes blood is definitely in her.
Yes.
She's definitely moving towards being a villain with those herbs.
And the last one, did you see it coming that Luke would turn Claire away?
Well, that I had a feeling, because they don't stay together. So I had a feeling that might be coming.
Yeah.
And then
But in this episode, because I felt like we were waiting for her return.
I didn't see it coming. To be honest, by the time with all that stuff happening in episode 13, I forgot all about Claire.
But yeah, that was.
But when they mentioned her and he was like, "Yeah, send her away," I was like, "Ooh, like he's done." Yeah.
But I think that, I mean, obviously they did that on purpose so that we wouldn't have the emotional connection with it. Because for a while you're like, "Where's Claire? Where's his heart? Where's this?"
Yeah.
But by the end of it, like, he didn't care and I didn't care either. I was like, Claire.
I was rooting for Misty.
Yeah, she kind of dampened the situation.
It's one of those things that, like, did you see it coming? I don't know, but I wasn't surprised.
Yeah.
It didn't didn't catch me off guard. It was more like, it was disappointing because you like Claire as a character, but it wasn't necessarily surprising.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't see it coming though. Mm-mm.
So, and I guess we can do our predictions for next season.
Ooh,
But the only time they'll matter for the Netflix shows.
Now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
And you gotta let us know, Z, if you got some insider comic information that are informing your predictions.
No, I'm gonna do it without that because I'm not all the way on the comics. I'm still in the middle of reading some of them, and there's a lot, and I haven't read all of them. So I'm still, before next season, I will have hopefully finished them all.
Nice.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go ahead and predict that we see a bit more Danny Rand, some like Iron Fist and Power Man team ups.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I hope that they do a bit more of that. Whether it's going to be its own show or he just pops in and out of next season.
Yeah.
But I definitely think we're going to see this, and this is what I know, that Tilda's going to come into play. And I think Ivan even said it in the chat. She becomes Nightshade, which is another. So that's going to be, I see possibly a Nightshade versus Luke Cage in season 3.
Well,
possibly.
yeah, I mean, clearly they're setting them up for it, yeah.
Yeah. I see Luke Cage and Misty being enemies. I see them kind of going against each other a lot, and I see that Misty is going to be torn, will always trying to put him in jail. You know, I don't know, maybe not, but that's kind of what I feel like is going to happen.
And I'm going to say I see a Luke Misty love affair next season.
Ooh,
okay.
Opposites.
And I think we're going to see them dealing with that while towing the line. And I think it's going to happen early. I think we're going to get it early. Before he's like gone too far that it can't even possibly, happen. So I think
did look good in the suit.
And so, and I have been feeling it since season 1. So I'm like, we got to get that little bit of a payoff, right? So, and I think it looks like the door is clear. Claire's gone, so Jessica's not there yet. So
Not
we'll
yet.
see.
Yeah, you're right. That could be an in between time.
Yeah, so
Claire has to pop back up though. Season 3, she has to pop up at some point, whether she's a reference or she comes in for at least an episode or two.
Yeah. I mean, I think they're going to address it more. Obviously, I think they'll have to address it more. She wouldn't herself be a character that just walks away completely. So she's going to come back and be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Yeah. So, guys, if you were watching right now, we're going to do a recap episode where we discuss everything from the entire season of Luke Cage. But until then, my name is Shaka Smith. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Shaka Strong.
Nice. Oh, Funny Sayrie, FUNNYSAYRIE on Instagram and Twitter.
And you can find me on Instagram and Twitter if you want, though there's nothing on there. At Xia_land. It's XIA_LAND.
And we'll see you guys next season.
Peace.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz me later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.